Going into the week, we definitely knew we had a challenge because I think that was probably the best 1-2 punch from a quarterback and a running back perspective. So we game planned a lot, and we were doing some different things than we've been doing all season. And so normally we're running a 3-down scheme, but they kind of punched us in the mouth a little bit. In the beginning of the game, they went up early, and they're running the ball on us in our 3-down, so we switched to a 4-down scheme. And then the guys up front really, like Mo Green, Nate, Rudy, and Dom, they really did a good job kind of taking control of their offensive line, which made it pretty easy for me and Miles to kind of get after it and make some plays. Coach Goodwin always says that's kind of our goal. Whenever they get down into plus territory, holding them to a field goal is big, and he always says, making them earn their points, like no big plays, always make them earn their points. So even though they did kind of punch us in the mouth a little bit at first, it was a pretty big positive thing going into that first drive that we held them to 3 points. They did come back and score another touchdown, but I think we were able to withstand those punches pretty well. It was a lot of just little things, like a lot of gap scheme stuff that we were just like a step late or a step too far. And most of the time it was really just simple stuff that we were able to clean up. And I think once we went into that 4-down scheme, everything really got going for us. They didn't really have an answer for that. It's definitely been one of the things that our coaches have been stressing, be successful on 1st and 2nd down, and then when it comes to 3rd down, money downs, we really got to come out and perform. And I think the biggest thing is just not any one individual person kind of trying to make the big play. It's kind of everyone doing their job and making sure that the things we do on 3rd down and 4th down, they had 2 conversions on 4th down that we could have stopped. It was 4th and short, but we still did. I think we were 4 for 14 on 3rd down, which is definitely hitting our goals. I think we've played a lot of complementary football. Every week's different. We got a different scheme for whatever the offense we're going up against. And I think one week it's the D-line that's just taking control of maybe a smaller offensive line, which frees us up as linebackers. And I think in the secondary we've been playing phenomenal. Like a lot of good passing offenses have struggled with us going deep or just in general in the pass game, which makes it really hard for them because if we do get up on a team and they can't run the ball anymore, it kind of shuts down a lot of their options. And so once we get ahead and we're able to start rolling, it's really hard for offenses to get after us. Coming out of high school, I definitely knew I wanted to play in college. I had no idea where, and I sent an email out to Coach Moody pretty late in the recruiting process, and he brought me in for a workout, and everything kind of moved on from there. And so I really liked the school, and I was glad to get a chance to come out to camp here my freshman year. I think we've done a really good job. It's kind of night and day for me since freshman year, and Coach Gardner was in his first season, and now I think we've really found our identity as a team, and especially on the defensive side of the ball, we're relentless. We do whatever we can to get things done. It might not always be the prettiest thing, but I think compared to how I felt as a freshman about this team and where I feel now, I feel like we're on the right path, and our program's in a good position to keep moving forward. This game definitely means a lot, and everyone's talking about how the league's going to end up, who's got to win what game, what the situation is if this team loses, if this team wins. And as a team, or me personally, I'm not worried about anybody else other than ourselves. We lost to these guys earlier in the season. Luckily, that wasn't a conference game, but we're ready. We're ready to attack practice this week, and we're going to get after them on Saturday.